Hello, my name is Bridget, and today we're going to be talking about the significance of moon cycle menstruation and divine feminine rituals for your period. This is such a beautiful gift that we have as women, and so I want to take you through why it's a gift, how you can utilize it to develop your intuition, connect with yourself, the earth, so many things, and a few different ritual ideas that you can do with this part of your cycle. I have a whole other video talking about all of the different phases of our moon cycle as women, but this one we're going to be focusing mostly on the bleeding, menstruation, releasing part of it. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for being here. I have a free meditation down there for you below, so be sure to go check that out. Your bleeding has deep purpose and is truly a gift. It is a sign of our fertility, our connection to the maiden and the mother, and each month we have this opportunity that goes through a little microcosm of a greater birth cycle, so it eventually would prepare us to actually give birth. The more presence, the more kindness that we can bring to this phase and this process is like a mini birth and death cycle, which we are honored to have as women, that help us process emotions, to release, and to return to our core selves so we can connect into our own inner essence, our truth, our intuition, and most of all, our connection with Earth. There's a special merging that is possible to take place at this time that actually merges and syncs us with Mother Earth. So the blood is a reminder of our merging, of our connection possible with Earth. And in the old times, we would walk around barefoot. We would be in complete connection and communion with Earth. Our legs were extensions of roots into the earth, and she would help us set our own rhythm, our own balance, and communicate with us, and we would communicate with her. And as we would bleed, we would release our life force, our potential seeds, right? Our eggs that were unfertilized, that are full of plasma and energy and DNA and information, and release that to her for her to understand more about us and maybe what we need, what she can give back to us. So there was this connection, this ebb and flow that made us feel extra connected. And I feel one of the reasons that there's a lot of pain within menstruation cycles for a lot of women is because of this disconnection. Because literally, our energy is stuck as we wear rubber shoes on concrete around in cities which have highly electromagnetic energies, which actually, if we do take off our shoes and connect to the earth there, don't have the balanced rhythm and frequencies in that area. And so what we're wanting and seeking is this communion and this connection with Earth to inform us and for us to inform her, and also our blood to be gifted. And so what this can do, this offering of the blood, which is going to be part of the ritual that I'm going to share about in just a minute, the earth can actually transmute and transform the energies that we can't quite process ourselves and make it into something beautiful. And that's one of the gifts that she gives us if we allow the opportunity. And so we've had this cycle where instead of connecting deeply with the earth energy around us, we are slowly just put into this little spiral of our own cycle of emotions, cycle of energy. And when the time comes in the moon cycle where we're going to bleed, oftentimes, which is what I did in high school, is you just kind of stuff in a tampon, you take a painkiller, and you get on with it. And maybe you still exercise, and you just keep on going. And what is profound, especially days before you start bleeding, is to get extremely present. And I love the Eckhart Tolle. It's one of the only things that he's extremely specific about. He talks about that this time is this critical point for women when the pain body comes up, when our subconscious energies of maybe past experiences and trauma come up to the surface, and also we process collective energy, and we have this moment where this energy is coming up and we get to choose what to do with it. We get to choose to react emotionally, to be triggered, to project, to have all kinds of things happening in that way, because there are heightened hormones, of course, or we can get extra present and extra still. And in this place of presence, actually transforms the pain, releases the energy, and is the space of acknowledgement for all of this energy to actually release and transform into something more beautiful for yourself. And it opens gateways, it opens portals for you to communicate with the divine, with spirit, to receive insights, to receive inspiration, to receive actual nourishment. So at the same time that you're physically bleeding, that you're releasing and almost kind of drained, like a vampire just got you, at that same time, there's this nourishment and this renewal in this place of death and release that is happening from spirit. It's happening from your higher self. That's happening from this greater melting into the macrocosm of Earth's energy, if you can connect with it in that way, actually physically, and the greater cosmic energy and frequencies that you can tap into as well. So it's deeply profound and beautiful. So you can do this ritual for pain relief. You can do it for manifestation, for healing, for connection, whatever you're wishing to do. And in this space, realizing that the pain comes from the emotions that we're processing in the collective and in our lives each month that we're needing to release. And we're releasing it physically through the menstruation blood, and the more presence we can bring to it, we can actually consciously release from our energetic field, which is very, very helpful. So as you're doing this, what you're going to need to do first is you're going to need to collect your moon blood through a menstruation cup, ideally. So get a menstruation cup, and there's lots of videos on how to work with that. So you collect your moon blood, and you literally put it in a jar or whatever you need to do, and you bring it out to a space in nature. Now, wherever you plant that blood, you are then energetically connected and bonded to that space because your DNA plasma is now a part of that land. So I like to be aware of where I'm actually gifting my blood. I haven't gifted my blood right here, but that sounds really good because this is a very beautiful space in Sedona. I've gifted my blood all over the world in many different sacred sites, and that taps me into the mother there. That increases the communication available to me through the earth and through these energetic lines. So where you gift your blood is very significant and very important. So you can make it as ceremonial as you want. You can do it under the moonlight. You can light candles. You can have your moonstone crystals with you, whatever you wish. But ultimately, actually, it is a very raw, primal experience with you, your blood, and the earth. And I find that simplicity to be extremely profound. So in this space, you can dig an actual hole, and really what you're wanting to do, and why this is maybe something you haven't heard before, is that this blood holds so much. It holds ancestral memory, it holds so many different kinds of frequencies from your DNA. And so the earth can only transform those things that you bring to consciousness and that you give permission for her to do so. So actually stating what you wish to do. And this actually is an offering because it is full of nutrients for the earth. And so it is gifting something positive, even though it might come with a lot of kind of energetic release. So just knowing that it is a gift to her and this connection is helpful. And so whatever it is, so it might be like, I want to release the trauma of my female lineage through this moon blood. You might have a certain theme that is coming up in this moon cycle of something that you're going through, whether it's with work or relationships or something like that. It might be that you want to create more manifestation of abundance in your life. Whatever it is, you're asking the earth to take that energy of whatever you're wanting to release and to transform it into something beautiful. So you're actually shifting the relationship and the agreement of earth to hold that in place for you. So the idea is that there's a physicalization in the 3D, in the physical realm, that makes things happen. An example of something ritualistic that you can say is this: Mother Earth, my blood, my body, please help me release this thing that I want to let go of. and help me transform it into something beautiful for myself and for humanity. And also, of course, you can give an energetic offering, which you are doing with the blood, but you can actually blow your breath and offer it to the nature spirits, to the elements, to that space of earth, and sit for a moment and actually energetically feel that part of you moving into the earth, letting your energy transform, letting it influence her, and letting her respond and shift the energy with you. So not just kind of gifting it and walking away, but actually being in the transference and the experience of this communion is really helpful and significant. So that is the ritual that you can perform with your moon blood and actually have it be a profound, transformational, personal, emotional, spiritual experience to receive new information and to renew yourself on a very, very deep level. Thank you so much for watching this video with me and the iron. It's perfect place to talk about blood here with the iron and the red rocks. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you liked this video or found it helpful, please hit that like button and be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell button so you get notified every time I do a new video. And stay tuned for a new video next week.